What if I give you a question that looks like this? Here's a polynomial right here. And my question is, could this possibly be a factor of that polynomial? And look at the problem with this. Sure, it's a binomial, but it's a binomial of exponent 2. Oh, no. So what do? I recognize this, though. I've seen that before. Is that not a difference of squares? Wouldn't that be x minus 1 and x plus 1? Of course it would be. You can even try foiling it, and you're going to see you're going to get x squared minus 1. So guess what? My question then is, if this is a factor of this guy and this guy have to be factors of that as well. It's just a more simplified look at it, that's all. Okay, well, wait a second. What does that mean? Guess what? X minus 1 equals to 0. So guess what? That better work. 1 better work. Let's go with this. X plus 1 equals to 0. That means x equals to minus 1. So both 1 and minus 1, if you put that back into the factor here, p of 1 and p of minus 1, they better both give you 0. Well, sure, you can go, okay, 1 to the 4 minus 3 times 1 plus 3 times 1 squared. Oh, that was supposed to be cubed. Squared plus 3 times 1 minus 5. You can go ahead and do that if you like. Yeah, well, okay, yeah. All right, sure, yeah, but what if you make a mistake? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that equation now. I'm going to pop it into my calculator right here. I'm going to tell it to graph it. And even on the graph, I can see that, guess what? Minus 1 and 1 work. But I want to be sure. So guess what? I'll just go over to here, go second. I'll go to table. And sure enough, there's 1 right there. Gives me 0. Yay. And the other one right here. So minus 1 works and positive 1 works. They both give me zeros. I know that this works. So guess what I have to do now? This becomes the fun part. Okay, so I know that this equals to 0, and on a diploma, you got to tell me that that equals to 0. You got to show them that that equals to 0, that you actually did the remainder theorem on there and actually prove that that equals to 0. Okay, so now what do? Well, guess what? Synthetically divide, but not just once, twice. Oh, I see how to do this now. Okay, so let's do it with 1. Bing. Look, put it in. 2 minus 3, 3, 3 minus 5. And we should get 0 down here. Okay? 0 remainder. All right, let's find out. 2 times 1, 2. That gives you minus 1. Minus 1 times 1, minus 1. That gives you 2. 2 times 1 is 2. That gives you 5. 5 times 1 is 5. And lo and behold, there we go. We got a 0. But check this out. We're not done yet because that was just dividing out by this guy. I want to divide out by this guy now. Okay, so just keep on going. All you got to do is just keep on going here. Put the same numbers here, but now put minus 1. Okay, here we go. Watch. 2, negative 1, 2, and 5. That better give us 0, right? Okay, let's find out. There's a 2. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. That gives you minus 3. Minus 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. And lo and behold, there's your 0. So now you've divided it out by this factor and that factor. So as in essence, you actually divided it out by x squared minus 1. And they both work. Now, it says factor this polynomial fully then. Well, think about it. There's the 1 position, there's the x position, there's the x squared position. So you have from here, right, x equals to minus 1 or x plus 1. There's a factor. From this guy, you have x equals to 1, which means x minus 1 is the other factor. So, okay, x plus 1, x minus 1, and the remainder factor, which is right here, which is 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. There's the remaining factor that you had to work out. Now, what we have to figure out is this one factorable? Okay, well, real simple. Let's try to PSA this. Here we go. So PSA, no problem. That gives us 10. That adds together for a sum of minus 3. Do you remember how to do PSA 2? Yeah, I hope so. Think of the numbers that multiply to give us 10. Yeah, okay, 1 and 10, 2 and 5. Those are the only other ones. And of course, minus 1 and minus 10, and minus 2 and minus 5. Those are your potential 4. And think about it. Do any one of those add up to minus 3? Not a single one. So guess what? That's as factors as that one's going to be. So when they ask you what's the answer is simple. X plus 1, x minus 1, and 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. There's your answer, fully factored.